What is going on, everybody? Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's video. It was probably one of the more fun videos I've made in a while. Never really got to actually street drive this car, the S14, and like get people's reactions, so that was pretty cool. A lot of old dudes loved it, and I guess it just kind of depends on where you live, but in my area, I didn't have a single problem. Everybody loved it. Even like families like took pictures of the car, so that was really cool. But in the comments of that video, some people were asking about the S13. It's right there, and why is it still at my house? Trust me, I want it out of my fucking house. It's taking up space in my garage, and I want it gone. So I've been speaking back and forth with the owner, Bailey, who I'm about to FaceTime while I'm filming, and he's basically told me that, like, hey, I don't really have a place for the car. It's not really a street car. I can't lock it. It doesn't have a key, and I really want to build a street car. So he wants to sell the car, which you can't be mad at the dude for wanting to build his own car. He won a car for, he spent 80 bucks on tickets, and he wants to sell it now. I have found a buyer for the car for him, so we're gonna get on FaceTime with him, and then I'm also gonna get on FaceTime with the new buyer, or with the buyer of the car. So let's jump into that.
Yo.
What up?
Not much.
Alright, so this is like a, I thought about doing this live, but this is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So basically this is Bailey. He lives in Southern California, and he won the 1J S13. And can I read your text from last night? Just to like kind of, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, hold on. So Bailey shot me a text last night, and basically, I'll just sum it up. He said, I want the car, but in the end, the closest track to me is 3.5 hours away, and it's not street legal, so I can't drive it on the street. What if you were to ask around and try and sell it out there and send me the money? And then he would be able to build a street car, and that's what he wants to do. So, I have found a buyer for your car.
Yep.
And this is Bailey's car, and you know, whatever funds we get from it, he spent, how much did you spend on tickets?
80 bucks.
80 bucks. So one of the things that I was kind of worried about with doing this, because the first winter he ended up selling the car and he got a lot of slack for it, and I thought that was kind of stupid, because why does it matter? It's your car, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
And this is where I want to say something. Anyone that's going to go after Caleb for this was not Caleb's idea, this is my idea. It just doesn't make sense for me to get it because it's not street legal. And where I am, there's just cops all over the place. So if you want to come and threaten me and say whatever the fuck you want, like, go for it. It's not going to hurt me.
But the good news is the person that's going to buy it, it's pretty unique and cool. And he is using it for a good cause. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm going to FaceTime him after I talk to you. But basically, you know, the car's still here. And somebody commented about it last night. They're like, so when's the car leaving? And I was like, I couldn't say anything because you and I had just talked. So I just wanted to put that out there. This is Bailey. He did win it. You could watch the live stream. I actually called him on the live stream. You were at, where you at? Your sister's birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're at your sister's birthday and you got a better present than she did.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I could never imagine winning something and getting a call like that. Being like, oh yeah, you won a car.
Yeah, no, I wasn't, like, expecting to win, to be honest. I just was like, I'll support Caleb. I rep what he does.
Well, I think that what happens is all the people that expect to win, they're like, oh, you know what, I'm probably going to win, or I might win. Those people never win. It's like the people that forget that they even participated in something like this that get the call out of the blue.
Yeah, that's how it was.
So, all right, man. Well, I'm going to keep this video going, and I'm going to call the new owner, and yeah, thank you.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
All right, dude.
Later.
Peace. So I'm actually waiting for the new owner to call me. So in the meantime, I'll show you guys this. I pulled this fender off last night. Had a couple cracks, and I just resined them on the back side. They're very small. And I can't decide if I want to. Somebody had left a comment about basically opening this crack up, then filling it with resin and sanding it. Which seems like that's probably the best way to go, so I might try that. The only problem is that I'm not very good at painting, and all I have is this color in a spray can, and the fender The paint's really nice on the fender, and I don't want to ruin it with my spray paint job. It's also cracked there, but fixed on the back side, so it needs to be opened up, filled in the front. The bumper got super scratched up yesterday, so I sanded it down. It's all smooth, looks like shit. Taped off and ready for paint. And then down in here, it's a little fucked up, but I honestly just might leave that and say screw it, because this front bumper just keeps getting fucked up. Wait till it gets worse or something. So yeah, I'm gonna spray this right now and hopefully it turns out okay.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna buy the car to give that guy some funding to be able to build the car that he wants, or maybe that he needs, more say. He might want your car, but he needs something else. So I'm going to buy it from him, which is really just buying it from you, I guess.
Yeah, it's right here.
You still have it.
And it's funny because like me and Chelsea were talking last night about the car, and he's like, well, what's done to it? You know, so I had to like run through the...
I don't really even know, to be honest with you, because I've been so slam busy through that whole giveaway and everything. I know you cleaned it up, and I know you put some work into it and spent some time on it. I know you painted it. That's about all I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it had a 1J.
Yep.
I don't even remember that it was gauged or anything.
Yeah, so actually, when I stop filming, I'll give you a little walk around of the car since I got you here. But, you know, last time the kid that won the car, he ended up selling it, which there's no harm, no foul if you win a car and then you want to sell it because you want to build your own thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the cool thing about this time is that it's going to you. And it's going to live on through your content and your stuff that you're doing that's actively helping and growing the drift community. And I'm glad that this car that, you know, I had for a few years and is going to be a part of it. So
yeah, it's cool. We're teaching some people how to drift in it, and it's going to be a car that when FD drivers and stuff come in town and want to drive, I don't have to give them my car. They can drive that.
Yeah.
So it should be good.
Yeah, perfect. All right, man.
I'll end up getting an ECU and the boost turned up a little bit, but that'll probably be about it.
Dude, she parties right now. I feel like...
How much power do you think it makes?
I bet it makes 280.
Yeah. I only want a 350, so just putting, like, we might end up either putting a Link or AM or something in it and just turning the boost up.
Yeah, the stock turbo would do 350, no problem.
Yeah, that has some aftermarket stuff, right?
Yeah, it has the drift motion, billet wheel, and...
yeah, I don't know what that means, but I know they'll do 330, 350 stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I guess what they do is they put Garrett internals in the stock turbo.
Sweet.
Supposedly. I don't really know, but...
Yeah, I don't know how well that stock ECU is really for America and R93 octane and all that crap, so I'm like, screw it. I know a lot of people run it, but I'm like, you can put a Link in it really, really cheap or something like that. I just have an AM for it sitting here, so I might go do that.
Perfect. All right. Well, I appreciate you doing this, and I'm going to stop recording, but everybody can look forward to seeing this car live on Chelsea's channel, so go check it out.
For sure. Stoked about it.
One more thing before I paint that bumper. A lot of you may not know this. A lot of you may know it, but I used to live in LA, and I was very involved in the like pop culture scene. I was best friends with Adam 22, so I met a lot of these up-and-coming artists like XXX, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, all those dudes. And like 20 minutes ago, it was announced that XXX was shot in Florida and killed at 20 years old. That shit is crazy. So rest in peace, XXX. And it's crazy that like a dude like that, who he's probably trolled a few people, but he, you know, it's pretty low-key. He has drama, he has court problems and whatever, but he's dead now. And there's people like 6ix9ine, which I like 6ix9ine's music, some of you guys don't, but he be rolling around the whole world just trolling every single person possible, and he doesn't even get beat up, let alone shot. It's crazy. It's a fucked up world we live in. Be careful, all of you. So we hit it with a light first coat, and then I'll hit it one more time with another light coat, and then a coat of clear, and be done with it. Got the first coat of clear on here. Looks pretty fucking good for a bumper that has been through the ringer multiple times. And also, side note, I miss Tyler, and I wish he was here. Hopefully we'll be able to get started on this S14 very soon. And when I say get started on it, I mean basically tear it down to nothing and start the build. It's a kind of an eyesore right now. Alright, check this out. Fresh paint, old paint. There is a little bit of a line from the masking tape, but I could probably just buff that over. I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty good. You won't really be able to tell. Pretty cool for coming out of a spray can though. So the last thing to do before I end today's video is, you see this flap right here, you can see where the front tire has hit it, and I think that's kind of been the culprit of this front bumper flying off all the time. So I'm gonna trim this off here, trim that off there, and hopefully that helps prevent the bumper from coming off all the time. I'm really hoping it does, because I don't want to fix this anymore. It's getting frustrating. I know you guys are going to give me hell for not wearing a mask right then, but it was just a couple quick cuts. So now that's gone. You can see that's where all the tire was hitting, and that is no more. So hopefully that gives us a little bit more clearance. Same on this side. Might still have some problems there, but overall it's all cleaned up. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Going pretty strong right now, a few days in a row. And I might have some other news later this week about an upcoming thing. Hopefully I'll be able to get started on that S14 out there. If I can get a hold of Tyler, he's in the Bahamas right now, but if I get a hold of him, maybe I'll start doing some content on that. Let me know if that's something you guys would want to see in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.